Nicole here. It seems like an annual event now when Terence comes. It's very challenging and inspiring for our community, and we're very happy to welcome him back again. Thanks.
It's good to be here. Well, this is the culmination of a dream of mine and sort of a departure from what you may be used to from me. I think inevitably this weekend will be a little more personal and maybe less cosmic than some have been, because I sort of have to open my private life to you, because what I'll be doing this weekend is basically sharing a friend. Last year I was here with Rian Eisler, but that was a marriage of ideological convenience. Not that it wasn't sincere, but we were drawn together primarily because our ideas were in congruence. Nicole and I, on the other hand, were drawn together primarily because our patterns of intoxication seem to be incongruent. We're going this weekend to talk inevitably a lot about the Amazon, the crisis of conservation in the warm tropics, vegetable medicine. Nicole is a world expert. She's spent over 40 years in the Amazon after a very complex and fertile time spent in the Far East before that. She's a storyteller, an ethnographer, and a personality of great depth, warmth, and uniqueness. And it's a pleasure to appear here with her. I first met Nicole in 1980 when I was part of an expedition to the Amazon that involved Wade Davis of Serpent and Rainbow fame, and my brother and Dennis and some other people from the University of British Columbia. And I had read Nicole's book, The Witch Doctor's Apprentice. This tells you something. This lady got in on it so early that shaman wasn't even a word, let alone a buzzword, when the first edition of her book came out. And I quickly discovered in Iquitos in 1980 that all roads seemed to lead to Nicole. If you wanted something done, if you wanted to meet somebody, if you wanted an obstacle cleared away with the Peruvian government or the university, Nicole was the person to see. And one of my weaknesses is for characters, and I've collected them in all times and places. My charm bracelet has such peculiar specimens as Ralph Abraham, Rupert Sheldrake, Nina Wise, Joan Halifax, unique types. I mean, they threw the mold away before they made these people. And Nicole fell into that category. So, in line with that picture of our mutual love of hell raising, I have to tell you that we stayed up much too late last night, and so we're mere shells that sit before you this evening. Yes, and some of you, I understand, are mere shells. When I really feel like a mere shell, I feel like an old wasp's nest. So what I thought we would do this evening is we want to meet each of you. This is Roy Tuckman is on vacation this month, so we have an intimate group. If otherwise we would have had a financially successful group. So we trade one breakthrough for another. But what I would like to do this evening, briefly, is go around the circle and just hear who you are and what your interests are, and maybe a statement of your expectation or your hope for the thing. Make it brief. One cannot say often enough in these situations that lack of brevity is proof of psychosis. So please bear that in mind. 50 people are looking at you and wondering how balanced you are. So this is an opportunity to lead them astray. And I'll slyly organize it so that we come around, and then it will come to Nicole last before me, and then I will tie it all up if I can. So why don't we do that just briefly? Before we start, let me say we will have 3 meetings tomorrow, one in the evening, the other 2 in the obvious slots, and 1 meeting on Sunday. And all of these meetings will either be under the teaching tree, which is immediately outside, or right here if the weather turns bad on us. Tomorrow night's meeting will be here. So why don't we just quickly go around the circle and introduce ourselves. Michael, why don't you start?
Okay, hi, I'm Michael. I spend my time living here at the Ojai Foundation and at Omega Institute in New York. And Terence, his material and influences that he's been influenced by have been important to me as well. I love science fiction and I love Tai Chi. Glad to meet you.
My name's Leon. I also work here. Terence changed my life, to be honest. I'd always been rather scared of the psychedelics, and I met him at Esalen a number of years ago, and he was the first person who said something sane about them that really changed my thinking. And ever since, I've been greatly stirred, really, by his ideas, and they really impacted me a lot. So I'm very thankful to be here with you again.
Glad you're here, Liam.
I'm Julie Wellings. I live down in the valley here. And I'm anxious to hear Nicole's story.
My name's Stephen. I heard you one day on the radio about 6 months ago, and it was the first time I ever had any validation on what was going on in the other world for me. And you verbalize it when you talk about it, and it's what I experienced. So it's just it's really brought some light into my life, and I really appreciate it. That's why I'm here.
My name's Elaine, and I'm here because I'm feeling a draw to be shamans and get reconnected with the earth and make a contribution where I can do help.
I'm Marilyn Nicola. I'm a work scholar here at the Ojai Foundation, and I'm especially concerned about the threat to the tropical rainforest.
My name is John Wymore. I'm from Albuquerque. I'm a temporary part-time staff member. I'm anxious to find out who the hell you are.
Me too.
So I'm Joe Lasowski. I'm a painter, fine arts. I started doing psychedelics with wheat shoal Indians maybe 20 years ago, and I met Terence. It was like a meeting with shaman at Esalen maybe 10 years ago.
My name is Christopher, and I have a interest in the Amazon and psychedelics, and very often haunted by Terence in terms of the radio and other media.
My name is Nina.